Okay, so video number 3. Oh, sorry, 2. I'm about to show you something cool that I just found. I'm very thankful. So we got, what do we got? That's irrelevant. That's my solar. 1719, 1719. Garage is off. We are going to take this out. I just dug up the yard a little bit. I figured nobody wants to watch somebody dig. Oh shit! Of course that hit the oil line. Well, I guess it'd be leaking if something's wrong. Alright, we need to get that wire out. So I believe this wire, let's undo this here. Is that a flathead? Okay, we need a flathead. I did some digging outside. I figured nobody wants to watch it dig. I did some digging and well, I'd rather just show you. Let's just say it's good news, because my concern with these two holes is that they're just direct burial. Alright, here we go. Alright. Okay, so these are no longer hot. I still am worried. I can see that there's nothing connected, but I'm still concerned. Undo this more. Good enough. Oh, that's why I couldn't see it. There we go. Somebody painted over it. My goodness. I think that screw is stripped. Great. We will find a way that, oh, there we go. I don't even think it was tightened down. There we go. So, what my plan here, anyway, let me stop mumbling. I'll edit that out. My plan here is to try to pull this dead wire through. I'm just going to try to pull it through. Let's see what happens. See if it comes out wet or dirty or any of that. Alright, let's... Man, I hate just grabbing one of those. I mean, I guess if they were hot, they would have been touching. Okay, here's another thought. So, that wire is short, but the wire itself is fine. What if I spin this around, stand it up, put a 2x brace here, maybe 2, fill in this gap, and then just brace that off. Actually, yeah, that'd be fine. Just boom, boom, here to here. Stand this up and turn it, put it up against. That'll give me a little bit more, so I can grab, so that can grab a hold of actual wire cover. And this, I'll get more slack no matter what I do there. I can just unstaple those, scooch them over, and I wonder if I can combine it and put a box here. Can you combine in this? Combine those wires? I gotta look up the wiring codes and whatnot. Can you combine wires? Okay, little update. What we've got going on. I know it's touching metal there and probably my tank in the basement. I'm doing a continuity test. Oh yeah, let's show you this. Voila! We have conduit. There's 100% conduit going down. Conduit. So all I got to do is finish that. What the hell they were doing there, but down, over, oh sorry, down, over, and then somewhere probably about here, maybe right where that crack's at, going straight back. Meter's right there. Meter goes in the wall right there, and then feeds to the ceiling of the basement, which I would say, wherever that line's at, that brown line, is probably where the wall is. Panels on the other side of that, so I bet you that's running straight about here, somewhere in this, between here and here would be my guess. But I was very, very happy to see conduit. So we have something to run through. Now I did bring up a 6 gauge. They say I can run 3 6s and an 8, which is crazy. That seems like it's gonna. Whoop, that seems like it's gonna be pretty tight. But if this is a nice smooth solid conduit, we should be in good shape. I'm still deciding, because those wires honestly look totally fine. And I've got a 10-2, and whatever that is, I have to figure out what that is. It's either 12-2 or 14-2. I hope it's not 14, but I wish you could just combine them, right? Instead of having one big thick boy, we just have two that adds up to one, and I've already got it ran at that point. Then I just hook it to a main feeder and be done with it. I wonder if that's a thing. I have to look into that, but that's just my crazy thoughts. All right, so this is connected to the red L2 in the basement. Let's see if we can do this without stripping it, huh? I got the wrong bit on here. Okay. We'll use this. I like this one. All right. Okay, loosen that up. I probably damn near do it from right there. Loosen that up. Slide this off. Alright, let's see here. So we've got I want that red wire down there. Alright, let's see if I'm worth anything here. Let's go to sound. I just want to hear a sound. Alright, so theoretically this is connected to the red downstairs, and this is connected. Here's what I think. Woo! We've got it! Make sure nothing else is causing that. Nope. Not the ground. Would you look at that? So this wire is the one sticking out of that bottom basement hole. See, I'm probably not even pointing at you. Wow. I feel like I'm gonna have to pull a new wire regardless. Okay, well, a couple updates for you. I pulled this wire out, just kind of inspecting everything. The general consensus is you cannot combine wires as a feeder, unfortunately, because you have current running off one. Like if it for some reason won't share the load or whatever the reason is, you can't do it. So I'm pulling new wire anyway. I also was looking at this cable here, and it is, you probably can't see. Let me get a light. You probably can't see it, but it is coming apart all over right there. I don't know if you can see that, but right there, the wire is kind of stripping itself apart from rubbing on this wood and from being exposed. I mean, you can literally see outside right there. I don't know if I can show you that, but you can see outside. So obviously it's just a direct hole into that conduit. Now, I was right. This is feeding these two, which is the 10-2. That is a 12-2 feeding this 12-2. Or, yeah, whatever. Either way, all this is coming out. This is all going to stay. I might branch these circuits a little bit differently, but I'm going to run we're going to put a sub panel here. We're going to run a new feeder wire on a 50 amp breaker into that sub panel. And for that, you need the 1-inch conduit's fine. They say I can pull through it. Might just need some lube or some Dawn dish soap, buddy told me. And so we just need three 6 gauges, L1, L2, neutral ground. And the ground doesn't need to be a 6. It needs to be an 8, or it can be an 8. Now with that, the sub panel, you actually need to bury 2 copper grounds. So ignore the mess that is my garage right now. We're fixing that. Jeez. I would say one of the cats killed something here. We might edit this out. But we got, my God, it's a lot of flies. Here are our 2 coppers. We're going to bury these in the ground. These are 8 foot long. I got some 2x for the door framing. We got the T111 for the side, for the wall. We've got 1x6s, 1x5s, and or 1x4s, and some primer and whatnot. Jeez, look at Tang. Enjoying that box. So I did order the wire. I got a little update on that. Got the wire in. So I got individual wires, not one big thick one, because this will be easier to run. So we got black, L1, we got L2, neutral, and we got ground, right? But I pulled these out because I was literally going to start pulling it. We got these out. I don't want to unhook this until I'm ready to go. Obviously, I don't want to lose power in here. I mean, I'm charging my Milwaukee. I run my cordless leaf blower all the time. So I don't want to unhook it until I'm actually ready to put this in so I can just kind of, hurry up and get it done, basically. But if you look at this, let me point this out. See these little stamp marks? It's like every 8, 12 inches. I mean, some of them are closer. That one's only 4. Now, most of those are okay. I don't see a lot of, like that one's definitely broken through the casing. So this is probably fine. I mean, there's one. They're everywhere. You can literally see it everywhere. And it's also on this red wire, but the red wire is a little worse. So looking through this one, let me find it for you. Right here. It's like completely delaminated there. Hopefully I'm pointing in the right spot. I'm still getting used to these glasses. Yeah, and this one's not as bad. Or this one's worse, excuse me, right there. It's completely delaminated and tore open. And these are going to be in the same conduit. They're underground runs. They're going to be touching each other. I emailed them back, or called them back, and they're just going to send me a new wire, I believe, for each of these. I don't know if I have to return them, but I have to wait for that. So I'm glad I didn't unhook that just yet. So let's come out here, and I did already start digging. Last time I showed you, I was dug down to that, and you could see the conduit. And I was right, right at the crack. I knew it. That's what that crack's from, when they ran this 1-inch conduit, most likely. I dug this out, and I'm going to dig farther back to see how far. My guess is that conduit runs all the way underground, all the way to there, and I believe it butts into the concrete block in the basement, and then they just drilled a hole through it and then just fished it right into there. So my guess is, hopefully not, but my guess is we're going to have a little bit of an issue between there and there, and then I'm going to have to run some kind of conduit. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to drill out, I'm going to drill the concrete a little bit wider, and then I'm going to stick a piece of PVC in that, and I'm going to try, if I can see it, I'm going to try to connect to that PVC with a coupler and then extend it into the basement. I know that exposes me to a little bit of drippage there, but whatever, it can't be that much. It's better than just having my wire rubbing on the concrete all the time. So that's the plan. Then I'm going to run that straight to that same junction box. I'm just going to dedicate that for this. Either that, or I haven't actually decided. Either that, or I'm going to just fully run it all the way to the box. That might actually be best, just run it straight to the box, straight to that 50 amp. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to conduit all the way. Forget the junction box. We'll cut that out of the equation, and we'll just run it through that hole, up the wall with some conduit, that flexible stuff. We'll run it around straight into the breaker box and straight down to that 50 amp. And then we'll have the 50 amp running solid straight through. This is my next move, is I'm going to dig this all the way out. So, this is the last issue of this video. This conduit, I have a feeling it's going to be a tight pull. And the fact is, we have two 90s. We've got this one here, and then we've got that one coming up. And then I'm going to add a little bit of a street sweep there to go in. One of those little butt connectors, or maybe one of those flat ones, kind of like this. Might do something like this. Hey, buddy. There's Avo. It's hot out. So I think what might be easier for me is I'm going to dig it out anyway. I need to... You see how that's completely unlevel? You see how it's big, skinny, skinny, skinny? I think that used to be all the way up to there, and over time we've just kind of graded down and down and down. So I'm going to get some dirt in here and build this up after I'm done with all this, because water does pool down here. But anyway, I'm going to dig this all the way out to there at least. We're going to dig from here to there, and I'm going to dig under just a little. I don't want to cause any more cracking, but I want to make sure that conduit goes all the way. And then what I might do over here is just pop that corner off and pull through there, and then fish it back in and go the rest of the way that way. I think that'll make it a lot easier dealing with one elbow at a time, if that makes sense to you guys. All right, it is, well, you probably can't see that, hot as shit. That's the temperature. So there's our conduit, and we are just going to dig until we find an elbow. Obviously, I'm not going to make you watch all of this. Say hi, Tang. She's also hot. Beautiful day, though. All right, we're getting somewhere. It's right there, straight out. And then, oh, I didn't explain this. I have to, actually I did, but I didn't explain where. 2 grounding rods have to be separated by 6 foot. This is per code, NEC. The door will be here, so I'll probably just run that wire. I mean, I bought, let me see how much I bought. Sorry about the compressor. I'm about to do some driveway stuff. I got some sealant for the driveway. I'll probably make that into a short. 25 foot. So we got 25 foot of copper. I don't know. That's probably not enough to go up and around the door. So we'll probably just go down, out, and just run it along. But basically, I could probably bury one right here. Just 6 foot down, 8 foot down. And then the other one just needs to be 6 foot apart. So I'll probably just run it over there and drive that in and then bury most of it. The line can be buried. So I'll probably just literally run that out of a hole out of the side of the garage, straight into the ground, bury it over there, connect one here, and that's it. I already got the copper wire. I think it's 6 gauge. I got 6 gauge. I think you can get away with 8, but I did 6. I just want to make sure. I'd rather if something did happen, I would rather it go into this earth than try to travel back through the house and go out to the front. So it chooses the path of least resistance. Always remember that. It's so damn hot out here. We put a fan, because the cat's laying on all this cardboard until I get rid of it. But look at afternoon snack. We got him a fan. It's so hot. What is it? I can't even read that. 90? Yeah, this thing's always funny. This is an indoor sensor. Can't even read the face. I bet you it says like 120 because it's like directly in sunlight. All right, so we got this trench dug. Well, as good as I'm going to do right now. So, I don't know. I'll put a picture here if you can't see it. When I rewatch the video, I'll be able to tell. But you have a pipe here and a pipe here. So there's 2 conduits running into that basement, at least. Because I still haven't found that metal. I'm guessing this metal one goes into its own, or it has its own run somewhere, because those are 2, they almost look ceramic. They're like clay. Like the color of them, maybe it's rusted. I don't know. The internet thinks that it's still PVC. It's just bigger. I don't want to dig too far because I don't want any more of this to happen. So I've decided I'm going to be pulling from the outside in. So I'm going to basically put the wire in this way. I'm going to tie the wire to that wire. Well, let me back up. So I'm going to pull the wire in this way from the outside in. And the reason is because of that situation right there. If I pull it from in out, this inner conduit is inside of that. This inner conduit is on the inside of that bigger conduit. And if for any reason this conduit doesn't go all the way back, and let's say it stops halfway or it stops right past that and it can't tell, I run the risk of it tearing the sheathing off the wire as I'm pulling it this way, right? Because it'll have to go from the bigger conduit into the little conduit. But if I come this way, then there's no chance of it doing that from that mechanism, I should say. So that's next video. Next video, we're going to be attempting to pull wire. My next step tomorrow, most likely, I am sweating. And I literally got out of the shower. I'm already sweating. But I am going to run this here. I'm going to dig the rest of this up to about here. We're just going to have this section dug out. Then I'm going to dig in a little bit more, and I'm going to clean those off and so we can actually see what that is. and then we'll start pulling. I'm also still waiting on the replacement wire, so I just came out here to give you guys an update and end this video. So, all right. Hopefully I'm not boring you too much. Also, yes, that says Steven. That's my alter ego. Oh yeah, and I wanted to add one more thing. These videos, I know that they're kind of slow right now, but I think this is how it goes in real life, right? Like when you're a DIY guy, you have to figure out what's going on. You have to understand the problem. You have to understand, you know, how your wires are connected. That's why I ran that continuity test. You are so loud. So these videos will speed up as I go. It's just at the beginning, I really think things through and I try to do it right. So, yeah. If you want to see more, you know, hopefully you can make it through these videos. Hopefully I'm enjoying to watch and listen to. I'm not just obnoxious as hell. But either way, I love doing it. So see you later.